I am live. Hello world. I just said I'm live and I'm leaving for 1 second. All right. Hello. Baggers Barras. First, Nate. Hi. Who tried to do a smiley but failed. And Phoenix. Hey, Abyss. G'day. Hey, from Israel with an unpronounceable name. Sorry, I'm not even going to touch that one. Yes, I can. Vinstock Milnik. Hey, Christoph. And there's 3 people on Facebook, apparently. Apparently Facebook's still a thing. There you go. I assume my audio's coming through the Logitech webcam, so it probably sucks, but it's going to be in sync. So let me know if the audio's okay. It should be, but you know, it's going to sound like a Logitech webcam. Perfect? Really? Hello, Nothing Man from Bulgaria. Audio is decent. There you go. Because it's pitch quiet in here. Well, apart from the odd fan, got the computer fan down here, and that's about it. From Wales, James, Maddie. Is Maddie England from England? Bagalus, Leppy. Ian Scott Johnson in the house, people. From Scotland. And you might be asking, why am I here? Why am I live? But nobody's asked that yet. Hello from the nether regions. The Logitech webcams don't look great, do they? I mean, you know, and my hair looks really grey because of the lighting. But you know, I can switch. I have the tools. I have the talent. Look at that. Look at that. That's better, right? That's my Canon camcorder. But I can't get rid of the picture-in-picture. Well, I could, but I'd have to go into the Blackmagic Studio software to get rid of it. I can't actually get rid of it on my ATEM switcher here. So, curiously, can't actually get rid of it. Key 1. Ooh. Oh, look at that. What? Oh, that's an image. I can overlay an image there. Look at that. Cool bananas. Anyway. Oops. No, it's not XSplit Broadcaster. There you go. Southampton. Arctic Circle. Hey, Vince, Kareem. Yeah, it's a C920 or C922. I'm not sure. It doesn't actually have it branded on it. It's one of the C920s. Yeah. Yeah, right. The lighting. It is. It is, damn it. It is the lighting. Hang on. It is, damn it. Look. Tell me it's not the lighting. Okay? Tell me it's not lighting. Look. Look, look, look. Look, look. Turn lighting on. Looks... It's the lighting, damn it. Why am I live? Somebody asked, why am I live? fancy you should ask that. I got a rare Saturday morning reprieve, but I've got to leave at 9:30. So I'll probably only do like an hour here. Probably only do an hour. Seems like I have a great summer with the new swimming pool. Well, that's the plan. I'll be poorer. I know that much. Yeah, I'm live because kids are sick. Things were cancelled. Not everything today. Saturday is usually chock-a-block sport day, but no, but I got to leave. There's got a sports thing on at 10:30, so I'm going to be back home by 10:45. 10. Yes, 10:45. Who are you going to call? Sound comes in kind of deep. Really deep. I thought it'd be tinny. Who votes that the audio is deep versus tinny? I thought it'd be tinny coming from the Logitech webcam. I can put it a little bit closer, but not much. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Free energy buster. Hey, X-Jet's in the house. It's tinny deep. Okay, it's tinny deep. Yeah, right. Sounds good and rich. Yeah, because look, if I tell you what, right, I'll switch over to this bad boy here, right? Switch over to this bad boy, but I think you'll find that the audio will be black magic. There we go. Ta-da! Now, the audio should be better because it's coming from this mic, but you might find that it's out of sync with my voice, like an old kung fu movie. So yeah, it's I think you'll find that audio is better, of course. It's coming through a proper Rode mic, but it's bad boy is more tinny. Really? No way. No way. Sync is fine. Really, Bruce? Sounds flat. Much better audio and in sync. Really? Okay. Because I've got a couple of, I think I've got a 5-frame delay in my ATEM switcher, because this audio goes into my ATEM switcher, and then to sync it up with my camera, which I normally use, which is the one you saw before, I have to add like a 5-frame delay in there. Not out of sync, really. Okay, well. Call it in sync. I think that might be taken, in sync. I don't know how in sync is spelt, but that's the 90s boy band, right? NSYNC. N, is it just N? It's not in, it's N, I think. What's funny about 80 and 90s, I do this all the time because you know Mark Wahlberg, right? Famous actor, right? Mark Wahlberg, right? Been in lots of action movies and all sorts of things, right? Comedy and all the young people out there know him as an actor, but I don't know him as an actor. I know him as Marky Mark from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Who else knows Mark Wahlberg primarily as Marky Mark from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch? He was a hip hop artist. He was a hip hop artist in the 90s. Was it the 90s? Was it? No, it wouldn't have been the 80s. I think it was early 90s or something. Dave hitting the bottle again. Vince does not remember him as an actor. Yeah. Yep, you're too old. Yeah. Mark Wahlberg. Marky Mark, early 90s organic cold. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Go and look it up if you've never seen Mark Wahlberg as Marky Mark. Yeah. Very, very 90s. Very 90s. Oh, Mark's brother was also in the New Kids on the Block, was he? Really? I had no idea. It's not like I followed that sort of crap in the 90s, but, like, obviously I was aware of it. He was also a model. Yeah, I think he might have been. Yeah. Yep. He was also in New Kids on the Block. Well, somebody said his brother was in there. So, I don't know. Calvin Klein underwear model, yeah, that rings a bell. Not that I was into my Calvin Klein underwear models, especially the male ones, in the 90s. Oh, boy. Yeah. Mark Wahlberg. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. And wasn't he in jail at one point? Didn't he go to jail? As all of them did back then? They all ended up in jail for drugs and whatnot. Or for, shooting up somebody or something. I don't know. One of many talents, right, yeah. Yep, somebody says yep. What is that text on paper? That is just the letter from one of my mailbag letters. So I've done that. It's already on thingy. Looking to water cool your home PC with that new backyard project. Yeah, good. Actually, I'm going to swap the dumpster streaming PC I've got now, because I just rediscovered my old video editing desktop PC down in the dungeon, and it still works, and it's a bit of a beast. It's got an Intel i7 or i9 or something in it. I can't remember exactly what, but one of the high-end ones or something, and it was pretty good in the day. Much better than, because the dumpster Hewlett HP ProDesk, little slimline form factor thing, which I got dozens of from the dumpster. That's what I'm running this on at the moment. It's okay. It's got a GTX 1030 card in it, and it does streaming and recording and stuff okay. But I thought I'd replace it with that big desktop, although it sits nicely on the shelf here. It's just like on the shelf. It's just, I don't know, but all cables are dangling out of it, and I'm having a hard time accessing my rodent thingo. Look, I can show you. Can I show you? If I've got enough cable. Yeah. Yeah, ProDesk. And I can't access my National Instruments virtual bench because it's tucked up under there. Like, I'm like staring down at it like this. I can barely access that National Instruments interface. So it'd be better if I got a desktop PC and just whacked it on the ground under there. And I think. And yeah, anyway. Stephen Swenson asks, why do the 4-channel Oscilloscopes have an input for logic analyzer if the separate analyzer costs as much as the scope? Marketing. Because they can. You don't want to give away all your lollies for the one price. It's just how the industry works. The industry prices options into scopes, and the first company to break that rule breaks all the toys for everyone else, right? They would destroy their own industry kind of thing. They would destroy their own profit margins, right? So if Siglent went, right, we're going to absolutely own the oscilloscope market. We're going to absolutely own it, and we're going to include everything for free, right? The logic analyzers, although aren't they doing the decoders now? I'll talk about that in a second. But they, if you released absolutely every option, your maximum memory, the whole works, right? If you maximum bandwidth, everything. If you included that for one ridiculously low price, which they can, technically, they could do this. Any manufacturer could do this, right? Any oscilloscope manufacturer could release a low-end, bottom price tier, $1,000 scope, gets everything. 500 meg bandwidth, it gets all the logic analyzer, gets all the decoders, it gets the maximum memory, gets the whole lot. But then the rest of the market, It'd just drag down the rate. So the whole market would go down and they wouldn't have these price tiering structures, which they make money on from the large corporations, right? Like the home hobbyist is probably going to hack it, right? And get all the extra bonuses. They don't care about that. They don't care, right? It's the big companies that pay for all these options, which is what gives them the margin to keep them afloat. So yeah, they could sell just one model scope with all the options. But if you do that, it kills the entire industry. Then the other manufacturers would be forced to do it, and then the whole industry goes, it falls through the floor because they don't have margin anymore. So Dave takes over from Linus Tech Tips. Well, hasn't he stopped making videos? Man, he screwed that up. That's a bad move. Don't know. Yeah. I think he dug his own hole there, unfortunately. I haven't used the speed editor yet. So yeah, no, I've not seen the Barbie movie. I cannot convince Mrs. EEVblog to go. So she saw the trailer and she goes, oh, I want to see that. I want to see that. And I go, well, go with your girly friends. Make a movie night of it, and the dudes will all stay home. We'll all be happy. Without the wife, and no, it's too hard, there's too many things on, make excuses. God, just go. Yeah. I do follow Mr. Carlson's Lab, but I don't watch, it's rarely that I watch one of his videos. There's just so many channels around these days. I don't, it's only if something pops up. Yes, you can, Stephen. You can get a decent logic analyzer for less. Yes, you can. You don't need to buy the option. You can get one of the cheapy clones or something. Are the Siglin options hackable? Yes, they are. Go on to the EEVblog forum. You read all about it. I said that in the video. Jody, yes, I do have more boxes. I believe I've got 2 boxes more of mystery multimeters. Well, I think I think one box of them is like full of early old 121 GW prototypes and stuff, and faulty ones and ones we use for testing and things like that. So yeah, and probably some faulty BM235s or something like that. I'm not sure. I think one of the boxes has some more MISC meters in it. So yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go down there. Speaking of which, you know how if you've seen my video, mystery box multimeter, you know how I said this OLED one, this U1273AX OLED meter, Agilent meter, none of that Keysight rubbish. You know how I said it was faulty? Well, I took it out. I actually took it apart, and there were no batteries in it, so I had taken them out, but it had leaked, and I had tried to clean it up. But watch this, right? I put in 4 good batteries, which I found in another multimeter, and you have to listen to. Sounds like an 80s arcade machine, and nothing on the screen. I'll do that again. So yes, it is faulty. Yeah, and I've never used that. It was like out of the box, brand new. So it did work at one point, but it's just like sitting in the box. It's just failed. So yeah, the screen, obviously the processor works because it wouldn't be doing the startup. Hey, Mike. Mike's electric stuff's in the house. Logic analyzer option on a scope is more useful than standalone for many cases if you have time sync. Yes, I've done videos on this, as well as a familiar interface. Yes, if you want to do timing synchronization. Yep, a mixed signal scope. I've done videos called the advantages of mixed signal scopes or something like that. Yes, absolutely. Which is more valuable than because if you've got digital stuff happening and you've got analog stuff happening and you want to sample at the same time, having an external logic analyzer, you can like get a trigger out from the scope and then feed that into the trigger of the logic analyzer, but it's messy, and then you don't have them on the same screen with the same time base and the cursors, and like it's just, yeah, a good mixed signal scope is worth its weight in gold. So yeah, but if you just want a logic analyzer, then you know you can get cheap ones, cheaper than what you can buy the option for the mixed signal scope. But yeah. Yes, I've done videos on those. I've done either they're in a mailbag video, or it's I did a separate one recently, didn't I? And it was okay for like $80 or whatever. It was like actually an okay meter, like and combined scope. It was, but generally consider them all crap. Consider them all crap unless you can find a specific one that you know that people know is like good, or at least half decent. So if you need like a tiny scope out in the field, some of them will do the business. So you got it from Cashies. You got an oscilloscope from Cash Converters. Converted it to battery power by reverse engineering PSU. Yeah, that's a project I've always wanted to do. Is like, because most scopes have like the power supply, like, you know, mounted, you know, it's a third-party power supply. It's mounted in the back of the scope. And I've always wanted to do like a battery, you know, rip that out. And it's got the nice mounting posts and everything. So actually design a board with a battery option that just, or install a battery option and just have it switch in somehow. Yeah, convert the scope into a battery powered option. Yeah, like, you know, just take like a standard one, like a Siglant, the latest, you know, the popular Siglant scope, or the popular Rigol DS1054Z or something, and then convert it into do a like open source project, converting it into a battery powered thing. I thought that might be a decent project, but you know, time. Why does your Unity multimeter measures differently in resistance mode and continuity mode? Because they are physically two different modes of measurement and operation. They should be quite similar. They should be near identical, actually. But yeah, they could actually be different. The continuity mode is not designed to be accurate at all. In fact, you generally won't get specs on continuity mode. I don't think. Please, Korea, has anyone ever seen a spec on a continuity mode measurement? Offhand, I can't actually remember. Yeah, most a good lot of them use a single 12-volt rail these days, Mike. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the mainboard DCs. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you probably wouldn't even need anything. You could probably just have a big clunking switch in there and switch it over, and then like an external charger or something. Yeah, you're right. There's someone follow on Twitter. I don't remember who it was, but I retweeted it a couple of times. And his RTB 2000 scope failed, and it was the 1.1 volt voltage regulator on the board, which was already a mod board. Was already a mod board on there straight out of the factory, and it failed, and he bodged in a TI converter to fix his scope. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's the most popular thing these days. Most scope teardowns I'm doing, they've all got like a single 12-volt input, because it just makes the DC to, you know, because they all have local DC to DC converters, the 3.3 volt rail, the analog rails and stuff, and you know, and then they have an inverter in there if they need a negative rail for like a SIGGEN or something. So yeah, yep. So they all run off a single 12-volt input these days. Most of them do, which is good. Makes it easy. Where have you worked before? Military. I was not in the military, but I worked for military contracting companies. I spent probably 15 years working for GEC Marconi, Tally's Underwater Systems, and then Tally's, and then Thompson Marconi Sonar, and and then Sercel, although Sercel effectively wasn't a military contractor, but yeah. So I've worked on for a long time at those companies. There was a real entanglement of those companies. It was real messy. Do we pay taxes on the pool? No. No, there are no taxes on the pool except inflation, the inflation tax. I should have put in a pool 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, like pre-COVID or whatever, because I would have saved tens of thousands of dollars. Like, they've doubled. Like, well, maybe not doubled, but like pools have gone, like just all construction is just through the roof. I think I've heard from other people that's the same pretty much everywhere now. The cost of materials and labour for construction has just gone through the roof in pretty much every country, I do believe. How's the electric car doing? I think I'm like 10 kilometres away from 50,000 Ks. So I've done 50,000 Ks. It's going great. It's going to need its first new tyres soon though. So should I go for Snap Poll? Snap Poll, thank you. I'll get back to your super chat in a sec. Snap Poll, should I get just like meh tire, like not meh, like I'm not going to buy some one hung low Chinese brand or something, right? But should I go for just like ordinary performance tires, or should I go for, I can't remember who it is, but one of the major Pirelli, I think, have like this really schmick EV tire now that really gets like apparently superb handling and mileage as well, as in the rolling resistance of it. Should I go for like a proper EV tire? Because the thing with EVs is that they're heavier than a normal car, so you can put normal tires on them, but apparently these new EV, like specifically designed EV tires, they're designed for the extra weight and handling and stuff. Should I actually pay more? I'd probably pay double. I think I'd probably pay double for the tires. Never skimp on tires. EV tire, go for the best tires. Always nice tires. By experience, EV tire. Sounds like marketing wank, says Homer. Do you have a lot of rolling noise? Well, rolling noise is the only noise the car makes. So, do not buy the specific one. Sounds like a scam. Oh, I missed Bruce's comment. Don't forget to have them inflated with pure nitrogen. They are more silent too, and rubber compound is different. Yeah, there's apparently a lot of legit science that goes into these EV tires, and apparently, they've done like third-party tests on them, and they get much better. Like you just get more mileage. You get like 20% more mileage out of them or something. Schmick tires, 100%. Why not buy the brand that's on it now? The one that's on it now is just a generic. Like it's one of those eco tires. It's not even it's not even an EV tire. Like, actually, believe it or not, my EV didn't come with EV specific tires. It just came with eco tires, and you can buy those for your normal car, and they're supposed to be slightly more fuel efficient and stuff. But yeah, no, the EV tire science has come leaps and bounds in the last few years since I bought my car. And apparently there are, I think, 2 major manufacturers who now sell these really schmick high-end EV tires. And apparently they last so much longer. You get greater mileage out of them. Like I'm talking 10 to 20% or something more range. More range just by the tires. And apparently they perform, like their performance is excellent in terms of handling and stuff. And they're designed for the greater weight and stuff. Because the weight distribution of them is different to a regular car. With the same size rim and everything. It's just different. So yeah. You used to pay $1,700 US. Wow, I've never paid more than like $500-600 for a new set of tires. I think these EV ones might be in the order of $1,000 or something. More, maybe. They might be like, I don't know, $400 a tire or something. I don't know what the local price is. I'd have to find a dealer that specifically has this new range. Like one of them came out like 6 months ago or something. It wasn't that long ago. If you do not drive much, they will fail before the new tread is used. No, we do drive a lot. So the general consensus is get light truck tires, drift more. You heard they work better on solar roads. Go with helium, pure helium. Low drag tires would be good. New comments, I'll catch up. Yeah, really? You've never paid less than 1K? I've never paid, like, generally tires are about 200, like, you know, because generally, like, they have like one on special or something, and like generally like $200 a tire or something. So I think I generally would pay about 600 to 800 for a new set of tires. Usually a softer compound rubber usually has better performance, but wears much quicker. Okay. Right. Well, yeah, I don't know. Apparently these things last longer, get more range, have better performance on your EV. But if you put them on a non-EV, they just, yeah, they wear down more. I don't know. Or they don't handle as well. I don't know. But they are specifically optimized. You're waiting for the new premium EV charger that pre-sorts electrons into high octane, low octane before sending them a new battery. Yeah, like it sounds like bullshit, but I don't think it is. Like, tires make a big difference. Tires make a massive difference. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Like, all tires are not the same. Go and put some generic Chinese piece of crap that costs $100 and compare it to a, you know, a Pirelli or something like that, and I think you'll find performance, handling, life, all sorts of things. There's a huge difference. I doubt that's the case, Maddie, because the absolute rock hard, absolutely lethal. It's like, sorry, I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. I can't believe that like a major manufacturer like that would make a dangerous tire. I don't know. Sorry. How much is the idle power usage in my lab? I don't think it's much, because I don't have I've got some instrument, like half those instruments there that you see there are not plugged in, right? I only plug them in if I need them, or they've got physical manual switches, and like all the old school ones here they've all got the physical manual switches on them and stuff. Because usually to use these instruments, I'm often using them on camera. For example, like that one there's always plugged in and it's got soft power. That's my power supply, Roden Schwartz. And, it's like, and, like bench meters are plugged in and stuff like that. But yeah, like some of them, I'm always moving them. I'm moving them because I need to get them into the shot that I need. So, these things are always being moved all the time. I don't have, which is why my lab is very different to other people's labs. If I just had a regular working lab, I would have all my instruments set up in the most optimum position for physical working and stuff, and that's just not, unfortunately, I'm not in that business. I'm more in the business of making videos. So I've got to have nice framing of instruments and stuff. So I'm always moving. Like just yesterday, right? I moved all the, like I've got 2 power supplies down there, which I moved from here, right? And there's actually space or whatever taken out. I had to move them over so I could get them in shot and stuff like that. So I'm always moving them and scopes and stuff. So, yep. Always moving them. Oh, better catch up on the chat. I'm hopeless at that. Mike says performance handle in life, pick 2. Yeah, that's probably right. Anyway, I'm thinking about giving the EV tyres a go because they do sound pretty schmick. Can I do a review of the Tiny SA spectrum analyzer? They haven't heard. They haven't sent me one, so I guess the answer is no. So many other videos to do. Okay, the Pirelli claim, focus on safety and enhance grip and contact area for their EV tyres and 10% more range. See, I would be happy with that, right? Number one, safety, right? Safety, grip, that's number one thing you want, right? So I definitely want that. And enhanced contact area, yeah, like the bottom profile of the tyre has more grip or something for a given weight or something. So they're actually designed differently, and they don't bow. They're designed not to bow or something, like if you put extra weight on them, they don't bow up and, you know, like, or something like that. And 10% more range. Yeah, so I could do with 10% more range. So it's simply a cost. Are you willing to pay for extra safety and more range? Yeah. Yeah, I'll pay for more safety and more range, please. Yep. Let me guess, it was a no-namer from China. Two-wheel drive e-scooter. Fun till the rubber bung fell out. G'day, Christoph. Can your Rigol function generator produce realistic SPI crosstalk waves? It's an arbitrary waveform generator, so if you were able to capture whatever it is you mean by SPI crosstalk waves, then yes, it could. You could capture it. If you can capture it, you can reproduce it. Do I prefer auto-ranging or manual multimeters? Auto-ranging. I've been an auto-ranging fanboy since I got my first auto-ranging meter. Although, I must say, in a production environment, as a production engineer, former production engineer, I can say when you've got operators using multimeters, you do want manual ranging. It's good. Because you can physically glue the knob. Don't ask me how I know, but you can physically glue the knob into the one position. Yep. Make your own brand of tyre, call it the EEV tyre. Try EV tyres on one side and normal on the other. Do an A/B test, yeah. Vince reckons marketing wank. I don't think so. There's a lot of science and engineering that goes into tyres. 10% seems a bit much. I don't think it's a stretch. When you realise that most of your loss is in the rolling resistance of the bloody tyre, well, you know, not most of the lot, but the actual losses, but you've got the aerodynamic losses as well. But your two major losses are aerodynamic and rolling and tyre rolling resistance. So I totally believe the claims of 10% range. Yeah, mate, like, you know, I wouldn't expect twice the life out of them. Will not give you twice what they last. No, I don't expect twice the range, but I would expect, like, you know, I'm willing to pay for more safety and more range. So, yeah. Really? I have no idea. I've never followed the Keysight stock price. Don't think I've ever looked at the Keysight stock price. I don't know. Did the entire market crater? I don't know. No idea. Or did they just pay a dividend or something? Maybe. I don't know. Are they a dividend paying stock? Unfortunately, like, it's not easy to get when you're outside when you're in Australia. It's like you can buy stocks in the US, but it's a pain in the ass. Like, paperwork wise and stuff, it really is a pain in the ass. So yeah. The extra weight of EVs is a real problem, damaging roads. Will they ever be lighter? As battery tech gets better, maybe, marginally. But I wouldn't expect a dramatic jump in that. I have that smell for bullshit. Don't get carried away by your feelings. It's not my feelings, right? I do understand. Well, I believe I can understand that there is a lot of science and engineering that goes into road tires, right? That goes into tire design, and some are way better and way safer than others, and some last better, and that's a fact. Some tires are safer and last longer than others, and EVs add a new variable to the design of tires. Their EVs are much heavier. The weight distribution is different and stuff. So yeah, I can understand that. I can certainly believe, right? I don't think there's bullshit in it. I believe you can design optimize tires, the design of tires specifically for heavier vehicles like EVs. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just not my feelings. I genuinely believe that is possible. I don't the 10% extra range. Okay, you might get them. You might only find it's 5% under your circumstances, right? Okay, but I can believe there's improvement in tires. Low rolling resistance tires are very proven. They are proven to give you extra range. It isn't just like bullshit. So no, I can totally. Who thinks I'm just like being duped? Who thinks I'm being duped? Spot poll. Who am I being duped? Yes or no? Do you believe there can be no difference in the tires? Just go and buy the cheapest tire and you'll be right. Yes, people genuinely believe in solar roadways too. No, yes. You're being dyked? I kind of believe you would like to see some real world tests. No, not being duped. And talk too. I mean, just ask any car person, any legitimate car person, and they will tell you tires make a big difference in terms of handling, life of tires. I've got my own anecdotal evidence. I've got my own evidence that certain brands of tires last a long time. Yeah, they make tires for EVs. They have stronger sidewalls. They have foam in them to make them quieter. Since there's a lot of tires are uber complex. Yes, I totally agree, and they can be engineered to be better. Yeah, there are YouTube channels that test tires. They make a huge difference. Yeah, it's not bullshit, right? Whether or not you're getting the best value for money, that's a different question. But I don't think there's any question at all that you can design and optimize tires for certain conditions, right? Everyone knows this, right? I don't think this is disputed at all. So anyway. Safety benefit? What? There's always safety benefit. It's called water. It's called different road surfaces. It's called, just channeling the water out, right? There's lots of science that goes into that. A lot of tires will perform much better in, X type and X amount of water. right, on X surfaces, right? There's a huge difference. The thing is, I can't test, right? I've got to make a choice. Do I just buy the cheapest tire they've got? That's a name brand, of course. Obviously, I'm not going to buy some Chinese piece of shit, right? I don't even think you can buy like cheap shit here. I think most time, like, they're all like big name brands. They're Dunlop, they're Pirelli, they're, you know, all the big major manufacturers. So yeah. Ian Scott Johnson says they make a big difference. Former boy racer. Yeah. No, sorry. I think anyone who thinks that it's bullshit is wrong. Yeah. Look at racing. They have different compounds for different tracks. And then they have different wet weather tires and stuff, you know, like, you know. Better but false economy, maybe. I don't know. But I'm certainly not going to buy some cheap heap of shit when it's the safety of me and my family, right? No, I'm going to buy a decent brand and I'm going to pay a decent amount of money for my tyres, right? I'm not just going to go to some dodgy place and just get some, even if you can get some Chinese brand for $150 a tyre, right? No. Yeah, they are the single most important thing on the car. They are the only thing that connect the vehicle to the ground. They affect braking distance, traction, steering, everything. Yes, totally. And if you think you can't engineer a better tyre, you're an absolute, like, you don't even deserve to be in engineering. Of course you can engineer a better tyre. Whether or not, like, you know, it's value for money and stuff is a totally different question. Hey, Tortec. Tortec's in the house. Thank you, Benji. Been following for years. Benji has his... Is that a wedding photo? Did you get married on the beach? Good on you. What's the time? 8:47. I'll probably stay another 15 minutes. What the fuck is Vegemite? It's yeast extract. Yum. Yeast extract. Although if you're a stupid Yank, you eat it wrong. Stupid Yanks get their Vegemite, scoop it out of the jar, and then try and eat this big hunk of Vegemite. That's not how you eat Vegemite. For God's sake. You get a Sayo biscuit, you put some real butter on, right? None of that bullshit margarine stuff. Then you get a thin spread of Vegemite, and then you eat it. That's how you eat Vegemite, okay? Bonus points if it's on a Sayo biscuit. Yeah, I generally buy the mid-range tyres. Like, you know, I just get, yep, they're a brand name. I generally, like, it depends what they got in stock. When I go to the tyre place, I go, tell me what you got. And they go, I've got these, and these, and, you know, these ones are on special. Oh, we've only got 4 left of these. Look, you can have them cheaper, or whatever. And they're a good brand, and they're, you know, I go, yep. So I don't go in there and say, give me the best performance tyre you've got, and I pay $1,000 a tyre. No, I just go in there, what's your best mid-range tyre, you know, or which one have you got on special at the moment, you know. Yeah. But I'm thinking about specifically targeting one of these new, I think there's 2. I know there's a Pirelli one and probably a Dunlop or something, and an EV specific tyre. These aren't just the regular eco low rolling resistances. These are specifically engineered, you know, the stronger sidewalls and the bigger contact area for EVs and stuff. So Just buy the optimum tyres for your vehicle. Yeah, don't listen to the trolls. All right. Anyway, enough of the tyres. What are my issues with the current tyres? Well, they're worn down. They're almost down to the marker. They're almost, you know, there's a wear marker in there. There's not much tread left. Used tyres are where it's at. All right, I'm not caught up to the chat. There's too much chat. I don't know how these big channels handle it, but I'm always scrolling back and putting it up. And the stupid thing, I wish StreamYard would like automatically after 10 seconds just like pop back to the bottom or something. Yeah, Benji was married on Fraser Island. Yeah. Didn't they just close Fraser Island now? Fraser Island's gone. Am I wrong? Can somebody give me a fact check on that? They gave it back to the Aboriginals. They renamed it, and you're not allowed on there anymore or something. Or something like that. There's some big recent thing over Fraser Island. I could do a collaboration with Engineer Explained on my tyres. Maybe I could contact Pirelli and get them to give me a free set of tyres. I wonder if they'd do that. Wouldn't have to pay for the tyres. Far too fast. Yeah. Yeah, the chat. Yeah. Yeah, if you're a large channel, like we've got 200 odd people watching now, 17 on Facebook. And yeah, I can't imagine if it's bigger. Oh, sorry, there was a somebody had a super chat. I promised to get back to the super chat. Sorry about that. Damn. Oh, here it is. Andrew had a super chat. Hurricane Hillary about to strike California. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. There's nothing funny about a pray to the flying spaghetti monster on our behalf. Yes, there's nothing funny about a hurricane. They're really bad. But sorry, the fact that it's called Hurricane Hillary, I can't help but laugh. Anyway, thank you very much, Andrew. Yes. So has that hit yet? I don't know. But yeah, I hope it doesn't do much damage. Hope everyone's okay. But yeah, Hurricane Hillary. Oh, man. Oh, man. There's 1,000,001 jokes there. Yeah. Ian, if you split the YouTube chat into columns, like you could sort them, like, you know, a super chat column, and there was another column for, I don't know, and there was one, like, there's an up-to-date one, and then there's one you could scroll backwards. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yep, that'd be nice. 3 separate chats. Yep, 3 separate columns. That'd be cool. One you can manually scroll, one that's always live. Yeah, absolutely. And one for super chats. Oh, it's still, Jason's still open to tourist visitors, is it? Okay, but I think it's limited in some way. Like, or they were talking about maybe not letting them or something. There was something on, but yeah, they have renamed Fraser Island. Just stop it. A new stupid idea of YouTube. No video in the home page if you have history disabled. Oh, okay. I got no idea. Oh, there's a tyre called the EV Primacy? Really? Michelin. No, the spare... there is no spare tyre. My EV does not have a spare tyre. It's just got one... It comes with one of those inflator kits, you know, and you can put like a can of goop or something. You can spray in there and it seals it. Yes. Good man. So IMAX. Top Gun. Yes, fucking incredible. Yes, it is. Best movie of the year. Having a burger today? No, there's a special thing on today with parents somewhere after the sports today. So no, so I had a burger yesterday. Don't tell Mrs. EEVblog, but I had my regular Mrs. EEVblog approved lunch, and I also had an extra burger. Because I knew I wasn't going to get one today. Hurricane Clinton. I use the MakerBot very occasionally. I don't do 3D printing. I'm not a 3D printing person. But I have used it occasionally to do stuff. But I have to dust it off. You know, every time I want to use it, I've got to dust it off. I've got to figure out how to bloody drive the stupid thing again. What has become of the students who did internships in your laboratory? I ran into one of them at the shopping centre probably a year ago, and he's now working. And in fact, he used me as a reference for a job interview, so I got called up by this job, and I believe he's now working in the R&D group of a company. I can't remember who it is. So yeah, but some of the others I don't remember. I haven't heard. Hillary Clinton is still more likely to kill you. Yeah. How is it that you are not on the slopes? Oh, we're not really ski people. Someone in California must have some evidence. Yeah, I could do pop-out chat on a second monitor. Yes, I could, I guess. Catch up with the chat again. No, haven't moved the sewer pipe yet. No, they need to dig some more out. Coming soon, the micro tire, now with less burden. Yeah. Send a mailbag item, Hillary Clinton evidence, and see if it makes it through. You just bought jars of Vegemite and Marmite. None of that Marmite crap. No, it's got to be genuine. Well, it's at least stormwater. It's connected to like the bar, like, well, no, but it ultimately goes into the sewer. It's actually connected to the shower and the bath and the taps in the main bathroom. And that other one that comes out at an angle, which we just found, that goes to the laundry, I think. So, but yeah, it eventually ends up in the sewer. But I don't think if we flush the toilet it goes down there. I think that goes to a separate thing. Glad you finally caught one of these live streams. Well, unfortunately, it's practically over. You're an hour too late. Why is the internet shit in Australia? Politics is the reason internet is shit in Australia. Oh, it's not that shit, but it's kind of sort of shit. I mean, you know, I can't complain. I've got fiber literally to my lab here, right? There's fiber comes in. I've got direct fiber to the premises. So I can't really complain. I do pay $200 a month for it. That I can complain about. But I can't complain about the infrastructure. The infrastructure brought me fiber to here. So in terms of like the physical thing. So yeah, I got fiber here before I got fiber to well, we didn't ever get fiber to the home. We never got fiber. I'm still using cable. Still using cable internet. So yeah. Yep. Still using Telstra cable, coax. We never got fibre to the home. Yeah. Never happened. But, you know, my speeds are fine. It's just nothing, you know, I've got 200 here in the lab, I think, or 200, 100, something like 200 download, 100 upload, but I pay $200 a month for it. Yeah, tell me all about your 20, 30 bucks a month for your 1 gig fibre in Europe. Piss off. Don't want to hear about it. But yeah, like the home one, I pay $100 a month. Here I pay $200 a month. It's better than what I used to pay. I used to pay $450 a month for the lab here. And for that privilege, for that awesome privilege, at one point I had 10 meg for that awesome $450 a month privilege. And then I moved up to 100, I think. Or no, I was at 50, I think. Something like that. $500 for having 1 megabyte internet speed in the mid-90s. Oh, you just got fibre, Mike. Not seeing the need to upgrade, no. Yeah. You know, like if you've got like even like 20 meg is fine. You know, if you're just doing your surfing and whatnots and you're streaming some Netflix or something, it's fine. Yeah, none of that 14.4 rubbish. I had a Netcom Trailblazer 19.2, 19,200 baud. Netcom Trailblazer, but you could only talk to other Netcom Trailblazers. So to get that speed, it was fallback compatible, but to get that speed, you had to find a BBS that had other Netcom Trailblazer modems, and you could. There were a couple around, so I'd use those bulletin boards that had Netcom Trailblazer modems, so I could connect in at 19.2. Oh man, I thought that was the duck's guts. Yep, those were the days. Oh boy. Compulsive yawn. You downgraded to 300. Yeah, it's more than enough. Like if you got 300, why do you need more than 300? Unless you're doing like massive data transfers and, you know, like, yeah. Yeah, but I pay $200 here. Maybe I should reevaluate my price again, but I doubt I can get a better deal, really, or I wouldn't save much at all. What's the fastest fibre speed I can get in the building? I could probably get a gig, but I'd pay like $500 a month for it. I'd pay massively for it. Huge. So no, I'm happy. I think I'm on 200 at the moment, and I pay $200 a month, or just over 200. I think 200 plus GST or something. Are we boring you? No, not at all. No, I just compulsively yawn. It's a thing. Are my kids both good swimmers? Yeah, they're decent. Sagan gave it up. Sagan gave up the swimming lessons. Huxley still does it. He's a little champ. He's okay. They can both save themselves, you know. That's all you need, really, is, you know. Although they're not ocean swimmers, like they won't go out into the ocean. Same here. I'm not a big ocean swimmer. I can't swim. Like, I never learned to swim. Like, I can swim, okay? I can swim, but I have no technique. I never learned to swim. What I learned myself, and I do it through brute force, right? I'll beat anyone. I'll beat Ian freaking Thorpe over 30 meters, right? But then I expend all my energy because I've got no technique. I've got zero swimming technique, right? But I can brute force it. I can swim and absolutely, like, you know, you should see me swimming. It's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. But I've got the energy and the strength and endurance to to pretty much get me out of anything. But I don't have swimming technique. I have none because I never learned. I skipped swimming lessons. I never learned. Yep. So yeah, it's funny to watch me swim. It really is. People laugh when they see me swimming. But damn it, I'm quick. I am quick for 10 or 20 meters. Yeah. Anyway, it is now 9:05, so I should probably call it quits because I want to do some stuff before I have to head back, and then that's it for today. That's it for this weekend. So yeah, I might have a look at that. Oh, by the way, I meant to tell you, I need to get bloody tags. I need to get fail tags because I'm actually getting a lot of multimeters returned at the moment. It's really weird. I'm getting lots of faulty. I don't know what I don't know what it is. Both Bryman and the 121 GW as well. I'm getting a remarkable number of returned meters at the moment. And on Amazon, I'm getting a huge, what seems like a massive uptick in returned meters on Amazon. It's like once or twice a week, I'm getting an email from, you know, because Amazon do my fulfillment and stuff, right? So I get a message saying somebody's, you know, a customer has returned this multimeter, and they won't tell you why. Like, I've got no idea why. They just didn't like the color. They just didn't like that it didn't come with a manual, or they didn't know how to use it. You know, like, I don't know. Or they changed their mind and they simply returned it under Amazon's return policy. But I swear there's something up. Both with Bryman and the 121 GW, I had a bunch of, I've got another one that's on the way. I've got another 2 here. And yeah, and a bunch of Brymans that have been returned, both 235s and 786s. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's almost as if I see, like, yeah, all of them across the board, across different models and different manufacturers. I'm seeing a very noticeable uptick. Like, usually they're rare, but now I swear I'm getting at least one return request, like a faulty return request a week. Sure, like my sales volumes are picked up, so maybe it is just the fact that my sales volumes are picked up for some reason, and it's just a statistical manufacturing thing that X are going to have faults. Although some of them are quite, you know, some of them are older, some of them like a year old or something like that. And then I got one back, which I have to tag. I got, yeah, it's this one here. Yeah, it's this one here, I can tell. Like, I have to, like, I'm getting so many returned that I have to get a proper tagging system and physically attach tags to them so that I don't get them mixed up. Yeah, this one was used by a lift maintenance guy here in Australia, and he returned it. And it had this weird fault where it would measure half the voltage. I swear, it was, he sent me a video and everything. And like, and I got it here, and I took it out of the box, and I verified it, right? And like, it was weird. Like, if you put 1.5 volt battery in it, it'd measure like 0.75 volts or whatever, right? It'd measure half voltage. But now it hasn't done it. Now, oh, like, do I have a battery? I can take battery out. Oh, I can just measure the battery in situ, right? Let's see if I can. Let's see if it does it. Let's see if it does it. right. Nah, it's now it's measured fine. Like, I swear though, when I got it out of the box, because I sent him a verification email back, I went, oh shit, you're right. I tested it, and it was measuring half voltage, but now it's come good. So I don't know what the heck. I've never heard of a meter like measuring half. That is really weird. It's really weird, and now it's come good. So I'm going to do a teardown of it and have a look. But I've got so many freaking meters. I swear, like I've got three here at least, and I've got another on the way. I've got another one on the way from Barry, Bazza, Marshall. You know, the Nobel Prize winner. He had to send back his 121 GW because it's failed. He bought a 121 GW from me. He was so proud. He bought one, and I shipped it to him, and it's within 6 months it's failed. I don't know. Anyway, what are the odds of the Nobel Prize winner getting his 121 GW multimeter and it failing? Usually, like, fails on both the 121 GW and the Bryman are pretty rare, but I swear, side fumbling in the dingle arm. Yeah, yep. Must be side fumbling in the dingle arm. But yeah, I swear. See, does Bryman warranty them? They do, right? But I don't think I've ever claimed one from Bryman. I think I've claimed a couple from Kane for the 121 GW or something. But like, there've been so few that I just haven't bothered. I've just eaten the cost, like, you know. But no, I swear, there's like at least every week I'm getting an email now that there's a faulty multimeter. I don't know what the hell it is. Anyway, yeah, but some of them are for like 12 months ago. Some of them are like, 6 months old, 12 months old. It's not like it failed out of the box. It's like they've used it and it's failed. So yeah. Well, they tell me what's wrong, so there's a note with them. So I've got a couple of unopened boxes here. So yeah, maybe you should start claiming them. Yeah, that's why I want to start putting tags on them. I want to start putting tags. I've got some like I could use like a post-it note and a little ring thing that holds, and you can tie it onto the thing here, and yeah, but I need to start labeling these. So yeah, I might do that now actually. I might go, yeah, I've got half an hour left. Anyway, I want to do some other stuff too, but yeah, I need to. I don't know, and like I can't do repair videos for all of them, like otherwise this the channel, and like it's going to suck up all my time too. By the time I look and investigate each one of them. Like, I've currently got, I think, 4 here in the lab. Or I've got 3 and 1 on the way. Yeah, so it's just, don't know. Anyway, thank you, everyone, for joining me. So, yeah, that's just the cost of doing business. Yeah, sometimes you have to eat the cost. Sometimes, like, it's just not worth the hassle. You just eat the cost. It's part of doing business. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thank you, everyone. Catch you next time.